Shedding Light, episode 2. On this episode, we interview Dr. Stephen Ramos. He's a doctor of physical therapy. He's also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, a certified yoga instructor. I just found out he's an EMT as well. So what doesn't he do? But also just launched his supplement brand, Training Tonic, with their new performance primer, a matcha-based pre-workout, intra-workout, post-workout energy drink. So very exciting stuff with him. We mainly dived into Training Tonic, the process to get there, and why he felt so called to developing this supplement. So give it a listen, and thank you. All right, Dr. Steve, welcome on the podcast, brother. Thank you for coming on to the show, Shedding Light. First off, I want to say congratulations on the release of your new Training Tonic Performance Primer. Very exciting stuff. What's going on? Yeah, tell me about your life right now.
Yeah, things are busy, but busy is good. So thank you very much for having me on here. B, the congratulations for launching my product. It's been a tedious journey, but now that we've officially launched, it kind of feels like the work is just beginning. So
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for those who don't know about you, I mean, you're I would say a pretty impressive individual, because doctor of physical therapy, black belt in jiu-jitsu. I believe you're a certified yoga instructor as well. Can go down the list of these things, and now you're kind of taking on this new realm of the supplement game. And whatever you've done in your life, it seems like you've kind of ascended to the top, which is pretty impressive. And now it's cool to watch you on this journey and watch it all come together, because it's legit, man. And I'm excited to hear more about that whole process.
Yeah, for sure. You better stop though, because you're gonna make me blush on camera, hyping me up like that.
That's what I'm going for here.
Can we edit my skin tone right now?
So what overall made you want to get into the supplement game? Like what first kind of spun that to like, hey, I want to get into this space and I want to like kind of change it in a positive way?
Yeah. I'll try to make a long story short. I mean, I've been taking supplements for 20 years, give or take.
For sure.
And I have always wanted to create my own supplement. Within those 20 years of me taking supplements, I have taken a lot of garbage. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure anyone that's taken supplements at this point has taken garbage at one point or another. And, I was talking to a couple of my buddies from New York. I'm from New York, but I live in Arizona now. And we stay in touch. And we come from 3 totally different worlds. Like, I'm a jiu-jitsu physical therapist guy. One of them is a business, former bodybuilder guy. The other one's in cybersecurity. But we all kind of have passions and like had a passion for supplements. And it was really cool. And we were just talking one time and we just got to work on this. We were in the think tank and we were like, you know what, let's do this. Mm-hmm. And my personal passion for like wanting to pull the trigger on it now, as opposed to why didn't I do this 10 years ago or something, is because I just graduated physical therapy school last year. And when I was in physical therapy school, I mean, every one of my classmates was addicted to caffeine,
For sure.
Between pre-workouts.
At one point and was addicted to caffeine. So I can how it goes.
Did you have any classmates who you didn't see chugging energy drinks just to get through the day?
Yeah. All day, every day. It's a problem. I still have that problem. So, yeah. But
yeah.
No, yeah.
And, I tried, I'm not going to drop names on these energy drink products, but I've tried some of the big name ones and they just make me feel weird and not good. And they make my stomach hurt and they make me feel like garbage later.
For sure.
And yeah, when I was in PT school, I had a bag of matcha in my book bag. And whenever I needed something, I just took a scoop of matcha and it was awesome. And then I thought about all the supplements that I've been taking for, however long now that I kind of have my system down, which I wish I could say that happened in high school, but it didn't happen until after undergrad where I really like locked in on which supplements worked for me. And I was like, why don't we just do this and help people out, because everyone is killing themselves with these toxic pre-workouts and energy drinks. Let's make a difference for the better for people.
No, for sure. I mean, I definitely can understand that because being a caffeine addict, like I'll have a cup of coffee and I think that's fine. But then, yeah, anytime I go to another energy drink, like let's say a Celsius, not to put them on blast or anything like that, but I'll notice I'll have like heart palpitations or something like that a little bit after. And I'm like, I'm having 200 milligrams of caffeine or whatever else is in this thing. And I just noticed that I don't feel good after. So I think that's important, like you said, to notice in the space where, hey, we can actually make something with healthy, clean ingredients and give people more sustainable energy as opposed to just like a jittery crash kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, that's the whole thing is when I drink like a very strong cup of coffee or multiple cups of coffee or one of those energy drinks, I don't even feel like me anymore. I feel like a different person. Like my head is in a different space. Yeah, I'm just anxious. Like I'm sweating. I don't know why. It's like I'm shaking a little bit. It's very uncomfortable. And I just wanted something where, no, I still feel like me. I just feel better, like an enhanced version of me.
No. Yeah. And I think it's important to, I mean, obviously, like in your life, that shows like you want to take care of yourself. You want to make sure that you're living a healthy lifestyle, like you practice what you preach. And I think people appreciate that. And then also on top of that, like I think people are looking for the same thing. I think there's a lot of education around health and stuff out there. And it's like, yeah, what are these ingredients? What am I actually ingesting? And I want to find healthy sources to get, my desired outcome, which like you said, is just energy to get by, get through your day, get through your workout or whatever it is.
Definitely. And I always had a rule that I lived by. I say always, whatever, within the past like 10 years where, and there are exceptions to this rule. Let me start with that. But generally, if I pick something up and it has more than 5 ingredients in it, it's probably not good for me and I'm not going to take it. So I really have stuck to the whole 5 ingredient rule. That served me well. And I wanted to create a supplement that's the same thing. We have 5 ingredients, no fillers, no citric acid, just none of that garbage that is unnecessary for our body, just clean. And then we got certified by NSF to prove like we are what we say we are. Everything that's in here is the only thing that's on the label. There's nothing else, no guesswork.
I think that
was really important to me
too. Yeah, getting that certification like that is obviously when you see that, you're like, all right, that's legit. And being in the BJJ space or the fighting space, you want to make sure your athletes are getting clean ingredients. God forbid if someone's getting tested or something like that and they pop or something. We've heard that happen all the time. So yeah, getting that certification is huge. What is that process like?
A little bit of a headache. I mean, NSF did a great job, but they're NSF. The reason the certification matters is because it is very, they have it down to a science. They are testing your batch. They're testing. So NSF regular, that's testing just to make sure that basically what you say is in there is not anything different. Right. And the NSF sport is saying there are no banned substances in here. So that's why you might see something NSF and that's fantastic. But a professional athlete still won't take that. They're coached to only take NSF sport certified products. So it's that extra. That's the gold standard for professional athletes. That's the green light that says I can take this and not risk failing a drug test, because that's a huge no if you're in professional sports.
No, so, that's extremely important.
I treat professional athletes at Exos, and I know how important it is for professional athletes when they're in their sport to be in the zone. And when you're hyper caffeinated, it puts you in a zone, but I don't think it's the zone. Like, I don't think that's your zone. I think it's a weird state where it's way more easy to get anxious. It's way more. So I wanted to create a product that's like, professional athletes, you can take this and still be yourself. You're just a better you,
Yeah. it's giving you exactly what you need. And like you
Right.
said, that 5-ingredient rule, I think, is super important because, I think we've all been through this phase. I'm speaking for myself. I'll speak for myself, but where it's like worry about macros and getting in certain macro nutrients, but it's really kind of about micronutrients too. We want to make sure we're getting high quality ingredients, and that's what I love about obviously being NSF sports certified with your supplement. But then I'm going to add this on here. Probably a little bit tough to see, but you're very transparent about everything that's in there. You're kind of showing that right on the label, very transparent. And then I love that you're just describing how this is going to help each ingredient in the list. Like that is super beneficial, and something like as a consumer that I would want to see. It's like, okay, well, what's in here and why is it in here? And I think you guys lay that out perfectly. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're not hiding anything. Like, we created a product for a reason, and we want every one of our customers to know exactly what that reason is and how it can help them and how it will not hurt them.
Okay. Yeah. So like how will this help? Let's start with like a higher level athlete, but then also, just your average person looking to just feel better.
Sure. I mean, matcha, I think, is the gold standard in terms of sourcing your caffeine. I think if you're going to consume caffeine, matcha is the way to do it because it has L-theanine in it, naturally occurring, and L-theanine perfectly balances out the caffeine. Like when the caffeine, because caffeine in itself is not the enemy. Hyperdosing gigantic amounts of caffeine is the problem because caffeine is not energy. Caffeine just turns off your adenosine receptors and makes you think you're not tired. You're basically like turning off the signals that your body is meant to give you, and you're meant to hear them so that you can stay awake longer.
You're kind of suppressing.
100%. We're supposed to be in tune with our bodies. We're supposed to be able to hear when our body needs something or it's trying to tell us something. Caffeine in high doses literally just turns those signals off so we don't hear our body.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, it takes you, and that's a great point because, we are supposed to be in tune with our body. And as physical therapists, we think about that with like pain, or I think about it even with feelings of anxiety, but even tiredness. If we're just suppressing that stuff, it's going to take you more out of your body. And then, like you said, you're not going to be able to get into the zone or wherever you need to be for certain things. So, no, that's a great point. Lost me here. I'll be back in a second. There we go.
Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, so how does the L-theanine balance that out? Do you know? Obviously, probably.
Yeah, L-theanine, it just creates a nice calming effect. Like a lot of people supplement with just L-theanine. Mm-hmm. So you can just take that, and it's been shown to have tremendous effects on just, I don't want to make any health claims or anything like that. I should have started with this product will not cure any diseases or anything like that. It's a workout supplement. But L-theanine works perfectly to counteract the caffeine. And in terms of the other ingredients, creatine is the most safe, tested, effective supplement known to man. Like no supplement has been tested more than creatine, and the results are overwhelmingly positive over decades of research. Mm-hmm. Everyone can benefit from creatine.
I mean, creatine's on fire right now, I think, too, especially with, I think we've known that being in the space, but even like for the mental benefits that's coming out, like higher dose creatine is super good for that. But yeah, I mean, creatine is amazing. And then, like you said, you guys have dextrose in there, which is, a sugar. Someone might see, a sugar, like, what is that harmful to me or something like that? But you guys have it in there for a reason, and it's for that fuel during a workout, or even, to fuel you for your workout.
Yeah. Added sugars definitely they're a little taboo. They have a negative stigmatism towards them right now. I totally get it because for the most part, I agree with it. Usually when I see a product with added sugars, I'm out. Mm-hmm. Now, that being said, I do think there's an appropriate time to consume added sugars, even an ideal time for added sugars, and that's directly oriented around your workout.
I agree.
Because when we work out, we deplete our muscle glycogen. We deplete our muscle glycogen, we can't do as much, take longer to recover. Dextrose specifically is the fastest acting sugar that we have available to us. You know, it's faster than glucose, fructose, sucrose. It gets absorbed immediately. I'm also licensed as an EMT, and when an EMT finds a diabetic patient,
what don't you do?
When an EMT finds a patient with diabetes with critically low blood sugar levels, critically low hypoglycemia, right? They give them dextrose because they know it's going to work like that instantly. It's going to bring their blood sugars back up. So the beauty of dextrose is if you take it, you know, if you take Training Tonic as a pre-workout, you are getting instant energy from the dextrose before the caffeine even has an effect. The dextrose is the first thing that's going to hit. So you're immediately feeling good if you need it like that. Now, if you take it as an intra-workout, as you're working out, your muscle glycogen is depleting, you are refueling it. And especially if you're working out longer than an hour, you're going to need to consume calories. You can't healthily work out for longer than an hour calorie free. It's just not, I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah. And if you take it as a post-workout, now you're on the path to recovery because now you're just directly replenishing your muscle glycogen, and now your body can go about recovering in a calm state because now you finished your workout. So it's not really a pre-workout. It's a pre-workout alternative. Like you can take it as an energy supplement, a intra, post-workout. You can replace it in the morning with a matcha latte. It's got less sugars than your Starbucks matcha latte, and it has all the supplements that you need. So it's really, I think of it more as like a multivitamin for supplements.
For sure. No, yeah, I completely agree. I mean, we need carbohydrates for exercise. You don't want to be, especially for super intense exercise. And then if you're going to use those kind of carbs, time it around your workout. Like you said, very well said in terms of how you could utilize that. And then, yeah, I mean, the more people you can get off Starbucks, the better. So I think that's a good call on that one. So yeah, I think for the average person, it seems like something that could be super beneficial in terms of, like you said, getting in the things that they need, healthy supplements, and weaning them off something that they might not be benefiting from. And then for an athlete, yeah, I think it's kind of a no-brainer.
Definitely. I mean, whether you're an athlete, whether you're just someone who works out occasionally, whether you're in a very old person, like sarcopenia is a thing. Sarcopenia is when you just lose muscle because you're older and it's very difficult to get back. And as you get older, you're not able to lift as heavy as you were when you're younger because your joints hurt and you don't want to because everything hurts, you know? So we also have HMB in there, which is a metabolite of leucine. Leucine is very anabolic, meaning it, you know, stimulates muscle growth. But as a metabolite, HMB itself is very anti-catabolic. It's muscle preservation. It prevents muscle breakdown. So what does creatine do? Creatine gives you more ATP because you need ATP to contract muscle. So now you can contract your muscles more. What does beta-alanine do? It increases carnosine levels, which buffers lactic acid, which improves muscular endurance, which lets you work out for longer. What do both of those things mean? You can work out longer and more powerful reps. What are both of those things going to do? They're going to break down your muscle more. So you need to combine it with something that's going to preserve your muscle. So now I'm lifting heavier for longer and I'm not getting as much muscle tissue damage. So I can recover quicker, like way quicker, you know, as opposed to just letting my muscles be destroyed because I'm taking these supplements that let me do more, but now my muscle fibers are destroyed. It's going to take me 2 days to come back.
Right.
So it's beneficial for the older people too, just to preserve the muscle they have and to get the gains that they used to get with less weight.
For sure. No, that's amazing. It like you said, I'm on board. I think it would be super beneficial. I would like to see it catch fire. What challenges do you see, you know, taking this supplement, you know, kind of from the ground up versus brands that are maybe more well established and just in the space?
For sure. I mean, people, you know, as human beings, we're all creatures of habit. Once we establish habits, they're very hard to break and they're very hard to replace with new ones. So it's just a matter of getting people to like our product more than whatever they're taking now. And that's going to be a huge hurdle in itself. The other hurdle is because our product, I feel, really applies to like everyone can benefit from it. We don't have a specific demographic that we're targeting to. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not just targeting to professional athletes because I know this can help your grandma too. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't want to just put ourselves in a box because this product doesn't belong in a box. It belongs on everyone's shelf. So when you don't have a specific demographic that you're targeting to, that in itself is, we're creating a challenge for ourselves, but it's because I really do believe in the product. So all these things are going to take time and they're hurdles to jump over, but I believe in my product and I believe it's going to catch fire, like you said. And, you know, we're going to jump those hurdles. No problem.
Yeah, man. I believe it. I love to see, how genuine it is, you know, like me knowing you, I know that you live this lifestyle. I think everyone that knows you and can even just, you know, give you a follow on Instagram or whatever, they're going to see really quickly that you practice what you preach. And then a cool little thing that I didn't even realize is like, all right, I know Steve's into anime, but like, why is all his training tonic apparel anime? And then I was just reading on your website. Exactly. There you go. And I didn't even make the connection between Japan, matcha, and the anime. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, part of like what, I don't want to say this is the only thing that keeps me friends with my two friends from New York, but like we bond over anime so hard. Like those are my anime bros. We just talk anime all the time.
Anime and L-theanine.
Yes. And so, yeah, we just geek out on anime all the time. Like right now we're all talking about Dr. Stone, which is a phenomenal anime on Netflix. They don't pay me. I really like the show. but yeah, like we appreciate Japanese culture so much, and that stemmed from our love of anime. And they have been drinking matcha for like as long as I have, and it's I don't know. I don't want to say it's random because we all watch anime and it's tied to Japan and whatever, but yeah, you know, it's just one of those things that was kind of the foundation of this product because matcha is our core ingredient. Like everything started with matcha and then we built around it.
Yeah. And it all kind of comes together. I'd like to see a Training Tonic anime in the future. Spin-off series.
You might.
All right. So you have Training Tonic, you have the Performance Primer. Is there like ideas and stuff for future supplements as you continue to grow? Obviously, you know, not trying to be like what's next, because you know you're in the thick of just releasing this, but is that something on your mind?
100%. We have a product line that we want to be the company where you go to for all your health and wellness needs. If there's a need for something, we want to be the ones to provide it. So we absolutely have products in mind for after Performance Primer takes off. But right now we got to focus on Performance Primer. Can't throw too many products out there. Once people take it, trust us, know what we're about, then we're sooner than later, we're looking to introduce new products to help fulfill people's health and wellness needs.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll be excited to see that for sure, because it is cool. Because I remember you're giving me little test bottles, you know, maybe 5-6 months ago in the little shaker thing. But then like to watch it all come together and even just see the label and being NSF Sports certified, like it's got to be exciting for you.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's something very surreal about having a supplement that's in my cabinet that I look at and it's NSF Sports certified and I created it, you know, with my partners, obviously, but like it's surreal. I'm like, you know,
and literally
it feels so good.
Created it. Like you're in your, so am I wrong about this, but you're in your kitchen mixing and matching different things.
That's how it started.
Is that
those original sample bottles? That's how it started. Yeah. You know, obviously now we go through a factory who they produce it. I'm not making these in my kitchen. That's not. We're past that phase. But in the beginning, that's what I was doing. I was buying all 5 ingredients separately. I was putting them in sample bottles, giving them out, and and that wasn't that long ago, which is kind of crazy.
What would you say has been the most challenging part of this whole journey?
Most challenging part of the journey. You know, it's been a year now since we started Training Tonic, in terms of we had the idea, we started working with manufacturers.
That's not that long at all.
No, but like
It felt like it, huh?
it felt like forever,
Yeah.
just having to deal with the manufacturer and then having to deal with NSF. And then you get this setback and this setback, and you're already in the hole financially because you had to shell out early. And you're like, all right, when are we going to be able to start selling product?
Yeah, yeah.
So just having the patience and like the faith to just know, yeah, it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. It's finally going to happen. It's just like anything. When you're in it, it always feels worse than when you get yourself out of it. And then you look back and you're like, oh, that wasn't so bad, or that wasn't that long.
That was fun.
But when we were in that phase, especially early on, we didn't think it was going to take a year going into it. Had you told us that, we might have been like, maybe we'll do something else. We were all very passionate about it. But if someone would have told us that we were going to have to wait a year before our product even got shipped to people, it would have definitely been a topic of conversation for at least a few weeks. Like, all right, are we going to do this? Because this is a big commitment.
And I feel like that's business. You kind of get through each layer, and then you're learning more about the next layer, and you're like, all right, I'm finally there. And it's like, oh wait, there's new hurdles at each step of the way. So yeah, I mean, I think obviously being a jiu-jitsu practitioner, you're used to that, solving problems, solving new problems, and kind of continually doing that. So that's pretty cool. What's been the best part in this year?
The best part is seeing your creation come to life.
For sure.
That's the coolest thing. And what I'm looking forward to, that's going to be the new best thing, is seeing how it positively impacts the people's lives that I love. Seeing them become healthier people because of it, seeing them stop taking the garbage that I know is killing them long term, and just living a healthier lifestyle and being happier. And caffeine, like high doses of caffeine, it's one of those things where almost everyone I know drinks coffee every day or has an energy drink every day. It's just one of those like, how many things can you say that everyone you know does this one thing?
Yeah, not
very
a lot.
Very few, but almost everyone I know is hyper caffeinated all the time. So we're all essentially just zombies trying to get through the day, self-medicating on high doses of caffeine. And I would just love to see us all just a little more chill and healthier and stronger and faster. Even the patients that I treat that aren't professional athletes, I see every human being as an athlete. We are incredible as a species. Everyone's an athlete in my book. I don't care if you play sports or not. So let's all be athletes,
Treat our bodies that way, at least, right? Like, okay,
yeah,
we're gonna take care of ourselves that way. And I think that's important. Even in physical therapy, like looking at someone who is maybe a weekend warrior, or even just a more geriatric population, like, no, we should still move in certain high quality ways. You should still fuel yourself in high quality ways, because it'll allow you to show up better in your life for the people that you love and be able to accomplish tasks that you want to accomplish and reach your goals. Just because, you're not playing on Sundays or fighting in a UFC cage, it's not like, all right, well, I could just get to eat Chick-fil-A and drink 300 milligram caffeine drinks all day and then have issues. Be like, oh, I have mental health issues. I have anxiety. I have maybe other chronic diseases from my lifestyle choices. It's like, no, we need to make a shift. So I'm always a fan of, people who are trying to make that sort of change. Like, let's make a change in the culture of how we're going about treating our bodies and our minds. And yeah, for you to be in that. And I look at that as a teammate with me. We want to kind of change that culture, and one step at a time, one person at a time, I think, we'll get there.
Definitely. And for me, it's like you said, it's about our loved ones. Like, as much as it's great to have energy to get through work or to get through your workout, it's all for nothing if by the time you get home you're exhausted and you have to crash. It's like when you get home, that's when you need your energy. You know, when I get home, I want to play with my dog for an hour because he deserves it, because he's been home alone all day. I don't want to come home and be like, nah, dude, I can't play with you. I got to crash. I'm exhausted from work. It's like the energy that we need is not to get through the day. It's to be our best selves when we get home from our day for the people that we love. For me, it's my dog. For someone else, it's their grandkids or their kids or, you know, whatever. That's the important stuff. That's the good stuff.
Yeah. Just having energy and being able to drive your attention in a certain direction. I think that's a big thing too. And like you said, if you're stressed, anxious, over caffeinated, you're not going to be in a state where you can direct your attention and energy towards the things that it needs to go to.
100%.
Man, Steve. Well, it's been great talking to you. Thank you for coming on to the podcast. I have millions of other things to talk with you about regarding physical therapy and just other performance stuff. Would love to have you back on, but so pumped for Training Tonic to get you on here to chat with you. And yeah, show us that performance primer again.
Oh yeah.
So I'll make sure I'll link in the notes to where they can get it and order it now. So everything's live. They can order it today.
Oh yeah. Yep. Order it today. It'll get shipped out tomorrow. We're live.
Love that. All right, Steve. Thank you so much, dude. Thanks for coming on. Great talking with you.
Thanks for having me, man. I can't wait to come back. I'll talk to you about whatever you want to talk about.
All right. Good.